I want to spend some time this week talking about the importance of accessibility in online courses. If you've made it through Project 1 in EDU 585, then you're working on Project 2 and you've gotten into hopefully the accessibility pieces that are a part of that, where you're scanning some of your own digital content, whether it's your website, your online course, digital textbook, whatever it may be. But we are going to, in this presentation, but I'm just going to highlight some important pieces, and then I'm going to link to the presentation in the announcement. So I want to talk about this from the perspective of not just the things that we have to do and why we have to do them, but also from the impact it has on the students and seeing things from their perspective. So I personally have had the opportunity to work with both students from the North Carolina School of the Blind and from the North Carolina School of the Deaf. And so I have witnessed them in person, their struggles firsthand at what happens when we don't address the items that we're going to talk about and that are included in this presentation. There's the legal side of it. If we get down into Section 508, the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, and the Americans with Disabilities Act, those are the legal side of why we have to focus on digital accessibility. But I want to talk about, we're going to talk about it from the impact of the student and how it affects them. So one of the things that I have put in here is a statement. I'm not going to read it, but it's assumptions. And so in here, it talks about something called an OCS student. And what that is, in North Carolina terms, that is, like your special ed, your exceptional children, your learning disabled, different category type student. And so this person insinuates, and it happens to be one of our teachers at North Carolina Virtual that came out and made this statement. It happens to insinuate that only students with really low IQs that really struggle academically need these supports in terms of digital accessibility, and that is just not true. Just because you have a visual impairment or a hearing impairment or even some kind of muscular impairment going on doesn't mean that it's anything related to IQ. So that's a major misconception in this. It just so happens that the digital world makes it a lot easier for students who have visual and hearing impairments to make it through courses independently if things are configured correctly. So I just